Hey, how's it going, guys? Pollux here, and today I've got the Destiny video for you guys. I promised about the strikes that came into the Taken King, and this one's about the Fallen Saber. So I just want to make this video just to show you guys that it's not a very hard strike and what you guys can do with your team if you find some difficulty doing this in the heroic strikes or in the Nightfall strike, which was for this week. The reason I say this is because I've actually been left in a few of these strikes by myself because people refuse to do this strike. I don't know if it's because they find it hard or if it's because they just don't like the strike, but either way I don't really find it that annoying, and I actually don't think it's that hard. So I just want to show you guys what you guys can do with your fire team, and I personally think that it can be a little tedious, but once you find a way to how to beat the sequences or the stages of this strike, it's not that hard. And the weapons that I was using during this strike were three of the raid weapons, sorry. I was using the Doom of Kelkis and the Zuli's Bane, I think it's called, and the Defiance of Yasmin. Sorry if I butchered the names, I'm not sure how you pronounce them, but those are the three raid weapons I was using, and I think I was using a sword or something. So those are the weapons I was using. Not a really big deal. I'm 300 light level in this, so of course I'll be doing some more damage to the enemies. But so in this part, what you want to do is just really have two people roam around the outside of the war set and just have one person on the war set at all times. And this is the part that I would say is a bit tedious, is when the ships come in, especially if you're facing the Fallen, because the ships just do a tremendous damage to you and they can get annoying. So that's why I say don't have more than one person on the war site. You should really just have one person on there and have two people just roam outside and pick off the Fallen captains and the Vandals, because they can be very annoying. The dregs are not a big problem. You can just use a shotgun and take them out. So the person on the war set can do that easily. But yeah, it's just the Vandals and the captains that are very annoying in this strike. And once you clear the first stage of the wave here of the ship, you'll want to go to the other side and switch it up, because the second ship will come in. And if you don't move, it will catch you off guard and the enemies will shoot you really quickly. And of course, they have auto aim. It's crazy. All the Vandals will knock you out. So here, like I said, just wait for the enemies to drop and then just pick them off. You can help your fire team here. I was playing with two random people here, but they did manage to hold their own, and I was glad that I wasn't left by myself. So like I said, just pick off the captains, pick off the enemies. You should use a scout rifle or a sniper, actually. Just have the person on the war set maybe use a shotgun. I find a sniper really effective against the captains, especially if it's arc. And then from there, once you're done clearing that wave, you can just move to the other side, because another ship, I do believe, will show up in the first place where the first wave came from. There you go. And then you can just repeat. Just clean up the ads, and you guys should be done by this point. It should be about 80 or 90% at the war set. And once the war set is done, you guys will just go over to the vault, scan it, enter it, and continue on to the next stage of this strike. And there you go. I think that this is the end. Yep, that is the end of the Warsat stage. And once you're done here, just jump over here. There's no need to go all the way around. You can just jump down here, go to the vault door, scan it, and you'll enter it. And that will continue on to the second part of the strike, which this part's not hard at all. It's just knowing how to clear the ads really quickly before they swarm you at the back, and taking care of the shanks that explode, because they can be a little bit annoying as well. Luckily, we have a warlock here who can just throw his nades and take care of them really easily. This is the part where I do switch over to the hand cannon from the raid, and I kind of wish I would have stuck with the scout rifle, because it takes a really long time to load the hand cannon, but I guess that's because of the perk that it has, the cocoon, which if you just store the weapon for a short amount of time, it will be a full magazine, and that's a really helpful perk. But if you don't have it, and if you don't have gauntlets that will reload it quick enough, it can be very annoying in very tight situations. So yeah, I was just showing off the hand cannon here at best. And then once you're done clearing the ads, guys, you'll just throw a grenade here. Don't do what I did if you're a hunter. Don't throw the smoke melee. I thought it would work, but it didn't. Just throw a grenade down there, and you guys can continue on to the next part. In this part coming up, what you're going to do is, because there are two corridors of where lightning currents are just going up and down, you should just have one person, preferably a hunter who can just go invisible, go over to the vents and take the relic and take it to the terminal. And the other two players, if you're playing with a fire team, no worries. If you're playing with randoms, it's fine. But just position yourselves in the areas where the shanks won't spawn in or won't drop down from, because you have to remember these are exploding shanks and they'll take you out, if not entirely, a very good portion of your health. So you got to be careful with that and the lightning currents. Here, I'll show you guys. I just kind of bolted in. I guess in this part, I don't know. You just kind of YOLO it. Right here after this part, I just went in and I was already really hurt, but I don't know, like I said, sometimes you just gotta take risks. So once you got the relic, you just gotta go over to the terminal, wait for the lightning currents, make sure your teammates are taking out the shanks, and here my team did a really good job of that. So yeah, I was playing with some decent players, so I was very lucky, because like I said, previous times I've just been left there by myself and I have to leave because I'm not gonna solo this. So and there you go, guys. Once you're done that, you guys will deactivate the currents, and you guys can just go on to the next part of this. So there's a lot of little parts of the strike, which I guess make it a little bit tedious, but it's still fun. It can still be enjoyable if you're playing with a fire team. And then just this room is the same thing. You just got to clear out the ads. Make sure that you take care of the servitor that appears in the back, and sometimes it will be taken, of course, but it's basically the same thing. Just a few wizards will pop up in the back, and you just got to take care of them. If you could use your super here to maybe spawn a few orbs for your other teammates, that would be very helpful. But if not, just use a shotgun or a sniper to take out the servitor and just clean up the ads, and then you'll just move on to the last phase of this battle, which is the boss room. And this is where you're going to face the boss Shank, which everyone is so excited to fight. Here in this room, there will be sometimes, if you're facing the Taken, there will be an extra set of ads, but in this case, it wasn't, because we were just facing the Fallen. So just proceed over to the boss fight. Now, once you enter in this room, what you're going to do is want to go to the right. That right platform right there. There will be two servitors that spawn right off the bat. You just want to take them out really quickly and make sure that you have time to DPS the boss as quickly as possible, because I'll show you in a second, if you do not kill him as quickly as possible, there will be sniper shanks that will just pop up in the top vents, and they can be very annoying. In fact, a few times fire teams that I've been with, we've wiped because of those shanks. So you just got to be careful. Pay attention to your surroundings. Don't run around necessarily in front of these vents that are right in front of me, because they will electrocute you and take a lot of your health off. But anyways, what you want to do is just shoot those cylinders on the Shank or on the Saber, and do enough damage to him to the point where he will switch his appearance a bit, and he'll open like a slit in his forehead, or it'll be like a hole in his forehead where you'll start shooting him after. That will be his crit spot. And yeah, here you'll see that once he gets to about half health, he does switch. So there you go. And then from there, you'll want to switch over to this next platform on the left and just take cover behind here. Take care of some of the ads. There will be some servitors that will spawn, but just no big deal. Just take them out as quickly as possible, and then just focus on the Saber again. Snipers and heavy weapons are very effective, of course, because he doesn't necessarily charge you, not like in some of the other strikes where the bosses are really in your face. So this one's not as hard. And then once you guys do that, just there you go. Enjoy your loot, and hopefully you guys can roll for one of the exclusive gears for the strikes, because there are exclusive gears, exclusive weapons for some of the strikes. I've seen some really cool ones actually. So yeah, there you go. I didn't get any of the exclusive gear, but I did get my loot, and just went to decrypt them after in the tower. So that's it, guys, for the strike. Hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of the Fallen Saber strike. Hope you liked the gameplay. That's it from us today. Peace, guys.